Welcome to the Creation Evaluation Station, where I give in-depth reviews of models and construction kits, both new and old. Mostly Lego, but other products as well. I also give discussion and reviews of other creative works such as movies, cartoons, and video games. Today, we won't be evaluating anything because time for a top 10 countdown of Lego Core Wave for spring 2022. Now, this has been quite the wave, and there's plenty to say. We'll do a countdown first, and then I will discuss the things overall, my thoughts overall on this whole collection. I guess say it. Calling it a wave is right because it had its ups and its downs. So yeah. Let's. Oh, if you haven't seen my reviews, there should be a playlist right up. I'm gonna get this right eventually. Up here. I may still be wrong, but up top somewhere, left to right. But yeah, there'll be a link to my playlist there, and maybe at the end of the video as well. So you can check them out. There are some long ones in there because I have a lot to say, so don't forget to use them timestamps. Yeah, let's get started with number 10. Okay. And yes, this is actually going to be a 10 countdown because we have 10 sets this time. I'm still going to call it sorted because it's just going to be my general title for these types of videos because it doesn't have to be 10. It can be more than 10 or less than 10. But it's going to be the top 10 sort of videos. In this case, we have 10. So, number 10. At the very bottom. We're going to count up to the best. Oh, before I get any further, I'll get there. I'm getting there. Before I get any further, I wanted to say, I know last time I divided it up into sort of two groups because it sort of was released as two waves, even though it all came out at once. So you had the legacy sets and then the regular season 14 episode sets. This case, this is just the core wave, but we could have divided it up between the Evo sets and the regular sets. But I decided not to because they all sort of are the core wave. We are going to talk about the Evo sets, but we'll do that after the discussion. I mean, they're going to be part of the listing, but I have something to say specifically about them and you know, the whole core wave in general, which I'll do afterwards. All right, now once again, number 10. Number 10 is the Ninja Training Center. Now, this could be much higher up on the list, including right next to, probably next to the temple, I would say. But this set ends up being the worst set because functionally it doesn't work. This is probably making it the worst set. There's some other sets that look worse than this one, but you know, at least when you're looking at something, you know what you're getting. But when you look at something that looks nice, now this set does look nice, it looks nice. You buy it, you get what you're looking at, but you're also told that it does this. It's got this certain gimmick, and that gimmick doesn't work. It's bad. So yeah, that's why it's sitting at the bottom. It's a nice looking set. It's a good price set, very good price set. Doesn't excuse the fact that it's not as advertised though. I honestly think that it was made with a prototype new spinner, and they ended up using an older spinner that they've already had. I'm pretty sure these are not new. They look familiar. I haven't looked. I don't have all the spinners, but I'm pretty sure this is an older spinner that they've had before, and it doesn't fit, and therefore it does not work down the slide that it's supposed to. I'm going to have a video dealing with that. I'm going to modify it, but that is something they should have done before they released it. I don't know if that's why they had a delay with this. And just for the record, technically it didn't come out with the original wave. It was almost like a 0.5 wave that came out later, along with some individual spinner sets. And it wouldn't surprise me if there was some technical reasons why they were delayed, why they didn't get released, or simply they just wanted the spinners out for Easter, since they are a smaller set, which, you know, for Easter baskets and whatever, that would work good for. Not sure, but it wouldn't surprise me if it had something to do with the spinners themselves, why we did not see this set sooner with the original wave. That set, in fact, I need to go back and look at some of the pamphlets, because the set was actually featured in the back of some of the sets, but it's like, where is it? And it came out a couple months later than the rest of them. But that aside, we're moving up to number 9. What do I have here? Got my notes. Keep track of my thoughts, because this is a long list. All right, yes, the Red Dragon. I love dragons, but there are 2 dragons in here. Neither one looked that great. And on top of not even looking great, to add insult to injury, the prices were kind of really rough with them. So yeah, the Red Dragon gets place 9, and it's mostly it's a lot of the appearance and the price. It's a combination of both that really kind of hurt this set. They've made smaller dragons before that look much better than this, so I don't know what the reasoning is behind this. They wanted to make it cheaper. I don't know if it's cheaper. They weren't cheaper. They're more expensive. They wanted to make a dragon that uses the newer parts, but I don't know. They could have done something different. These were disappointing, and the red one and the blue one as well. And that brings us to level 8, or number 8, which is the Blue Jay Dragon. The red one was Kai's Fire Dragon. I wrote down not the precise name, so that's why I ended up reading off. But yeah, Kai's Red Dragon is number 9, and Jay's Thunder Dragon is number 8. And these are Evo sets too. And I mean, maybe that had something to do with it, but that doesn't make sense because there were other Evo sets that the prices were fine and weren't too bad looking either. So yeah, now why the 2 are different, there's a reason why I put the red one in 9, the fire one in 9, and thunder one in 8. The fire one just really had goofy looking wings because they tried to extend them and make them bigger. That's primarily it. And like the blue dragon looks a little bit better where the wings are located, even though some of the promotional material has it at weird angles. And the overall smaller build looks better. The red dragon looks like it's almost the same thing as the blue dragon, except they used some parts to make it look a little bit bigger, extend the arms out a little bit longer, like they did. They also doubled up on the wing pieces. And so I feel like the blue one looks a little bit better than the red one. And like I said, both these sets, the prices were rather expensive. And I don't know why. Like they both had rather large dual molded pieces, and that was my only guess as to why they were more expensive. That's pretty much it. Number 7, Lloyd's Ninja Mech, the little 4+ set. Yeah, it's getting ranked higher than the other ones because, frankly, it looks great for a little, 4+ toy. The detriments is the build's rather simple. Used large pieces in places where you could easily use smaller pieces, and even made it maybe a little bit more colorful. But overall, the overall aesthetic looks good despite its big feet. And new teaser, some of the pieces that are used in this set is also used in the 4+ set with the a new Buzz Lightyear movie set coming out, and they did some really nice things, and it looks probably even better than this set. And it uses some of the same large, kind of goofy looking pieces, except it has a really nice overall aesthetic. That's enough. That's for another time. I don't know if I'll ever get to reviewing them. Those sets came out kind of suddenly. I wasn't expecting them, but that's a different story. Just kind of correlates with the fact that it uses similar pieces with a similar age range set. But yeah, I like the Lloyd's Ninja Mech. It had some, typical 4+ problems. Price is rather higher than I'd like, but they don't. It's a $10 set, which $10 sets aren't terrible, but the price piece ratio, even with the larger pieces, I think it could have been a couple dollars cheaper, but I think they were aiming for that price point anyways. So on to number 6, and I believe, if I remember right, yes, we move to the bigger mech, the Ice Mech. This one was really a great set. I mean, I know people don't like the not having knees and elbows bend or whatever. This one, they look pretty good. Just the way they design around the thing. It looks better. It's an Evo set, and it looks better with the armor on than with the armor off. Helps bulk it up and give it a better appearance. Like, the only worst part with that was the weapon it was given. All it had was Zane's regular sword, and it felt a little too small for what it needed, and it could have easily just had a larger blade. They have the piece. They don't have it in blue, but they could have given it a gold one too. I mean, it has gold accents on the set anyways. So that was number 6, and 6, and I really like those smaller mech designs, and I hope they do more of them. It'd be nice to have one for all the different ninjas. Do I want them to use them with the Marvel mechs? I like the Marvel mechs too, so that's debatable. I think they should just keep them separate for now. We'll leave these mechs for the Ninjago universe, Alright, so that was number 6. Number 5, we're halfway there, is Lloyd's car. And both cars are kind of lumped together, just like those 2 dragons were lumped together. Part of it's my bias to certain vehicles over others. Like, I like mechs over cars, although these mechs were down below the cars. And that's because both these cars look really good. Really good. I mean, I like the Ice Mech, but it doesn't compare to these cars. Both the cars are very good. And like I said, Lloyd's car gets number 5, and number 4 is Jay and Nia's car. I like that one better. It looks a little bit better design-wise, and I like that it's a two-seater car. Of course, it makes sense because it's Jay and Nia's. Although Nia can also sit on top with her little flyer she has with that. And both cars were great looking. And oh, and also on top of that, the Jay and Nia's car set also had this really great looking helicopter. So there was, although the little go-kart that came with the Lloyd's car was kind of cute too. Just wasn't much to it. So the side builds kind of helped out with the decisions with that. And I do overall like the Jay and Nia's better. But they were both really good cars. Now, next up, the Ultra Mech. Now, this would have hit number 2 because I really love this mech. But when I did my review, I did get biased to the finished mech. The separate pieces of the mech were kind of meh. I mean, Kai's little fire mech thing, that one was pretty nice. But the other vehicles were pretty kind of, they're built to be put together, not built for looking good by themselves. Though I partially can forgive it because that tends to happen a lot with any of the combining robots or anything like that. Is the separate vehicles or things always look a little weaker than the finished product. But I did get a little bit biased to that. I am really excited for these new large robot pieces, and I'm excited for what they're going to be doing going forward. There's some stuff coming out that isn't transformer or isn't combinable like these, so probably won't have the problems and may even look better as a combo because there was some weaker points because it was a combo mech. So it has me really excited, and it would have been a little bit higher on the list if I had ignored that again, which is time I realized that, yeah, it is really good, the combination, but the separate vehicles are on the weaker side, to be honest. Not a terrible thing, and it's still a fun set to play with. So it's really cool. Excited for that set and excited for what else they got coming forward. Now let's see, that was number 3. Number 2 is the Temple. Yeah, probably the Temple and the mech would have switched spots if that's... Some of this is my bias, this is my bias, this is my list. You can come up with your own list or whatever. But this is, kind of a fun thing to do, just the same. But yeah, the Temple was really great looking. There was a lot of fun things to go along with it. There's another small mech, just like the ice mech from before. I like this one even better because they do a little bit more with it, and it shows more of some more of the potential that can be done with them. Yeah, and like the add-on sets that I already put down at number 10 could have been much closer up to here. I don't know if I would have given it a 4 or 3 or something like that, but it would definitely been much higher on the list because it's not a bad looking set. I know I'm kind of backtracking to that, but if you combine them together, that set brings the Temple down. So, but the Temple itself, it looks really great. There's a lot of fun details on it. Some of it I don't know personally myself because I haven't seen everything from Ninjago, but there's references and people are gonna eat those up, of course. But it's a big set. There's a lot of figures. There's a lot of fun weapons and all sorts of little nooks and crannies to do things with. It's really nice set. Now, number 1, if you haven't figured it out, is Lloyd's is it Lloyd's Ultimate Green Dragon? Something like that. I think it's Lloyd's Ultimate Green Dragon. I just put down the Green Dragon here on my list. I should have probably prepared that a little bit better, but you'll be seeing all these on screen, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, Lloyd's Green Dragon is number one. Of course it is. It's such a shame that there's such a difference between the dragons in this core wave. The smaller dragons weren't that good, and the prices hurt them even worse. This one, the price is fine, and it's amazing. It uses the new parts. It's so well designed. The body's got so much character in it, not just the face or the head. It's the whole body's designed with this big, large, beefy dragon. I mean, the back half's a little on the small side, but that's it's supposed to look big and strong, which kind of dwarfs the back end of it. And I mean, it goes right along with the fire dragon attack from the legacies last year, and then the water dragon as well. Water dragon's a little bit weaker, but the all three of these are very well designed dragons, and this one uses some of the new joints and stuff, and really excited for the next wave of Ninjago. They're gonna have mechs and dragons, and see exactly what all they're gonna be doing with that. It's kind of excited. So yeah, that's my number one list. Of course, the dragon's at the top because it's a good dragon. Like I said, the other dragons were almost on the bottom. They would have been on the bottom if it wasn't for that training center being kind of unfunctional. But yeah, that's my list. Now, my overall thoughts, there's quite a wide variety. There's some really bad sets. There's some really good sets. Prices are good and prices are bad. I don't understand the inconsistency with this wave. Now, I know there's been a lot of, controversy or whatever over this wave with the smaller sets. And despite the dragons, they were trying to use these new pieces, and I think they could have done maybe a little bit better job of it. Those smaller dragons would have been better if the prices were better. Would be almost a little bit more forgiving with the grading, but the new pieces obviously can be used fairly well. The new mechs, the new mini mechs, use the same pieces, and those look good. The dragons need a little extra work to make them look better. That's not to say they can't be, because I've played around with one myself. Now, regarding the Evo system, that's been a mixed bag as well. Like, well, the Evo dragons don't look amazing, but the Evo system does work fairly well with them. I think, some work done on the wings on the fire one, and even on the electric one. There's some things that could have been done to make them look better, but the Evo system doesn't really affect their looks that much. And they worked great. Probably the best Evo set is the Ice Mech. Now the Lloyd's Ninja Mech, the little green mech, that one was not part of the Evo line. There was nothing, additional armor added or anything like that. My biggest issue with the Evo line is Jay and Nia's car, because it doesn't feel like an Evo set. All it feels like is you take Nia's jet and attach it to his car, which, yeah, it upgrades it, but that's it. A lot of the other pieces are not easily snapped on and taken off. And I think the car looks great and everything, but it should just have been labeled as a regular set and not Evo set. It felt very weak. In all the other Evo sets, it's like they have the figures, and they start off with just maybe their hair piece, and they move on. In another bag, they'll have their upgraded weapon and their cowl or something like that. That wasn't even in the case with the car, the Jay and Nia's car. They were all. It was like a normal set. It's like I don't get it. I don't think that one should have just shouldn't have been tagged Nia or Evo. The other car was a little bit different. That felt more like you're building it up. So yeah, the Evo system was interesting, but it was hit and miss. And I don't think it's a bad idea, but it needs to be implemented throughout the whole wave, or whatever sets you want to use the Evo system with, more evenly. Calling that car Evo just shouldn't have happened. It's a great car, though. It's not a bad set. But if you're expecting more of that upgradable, parts and stuff, that's not really what that is. Calling that Evo, you might as well just call the Ultimate Ninja Mech an Evo set as well. But you're not really upgrading. You sort of are, but you're not adding parts to make it stronger or anything like that. You're just literally combining the robots, just like you're literally combining Nia's little hovercraft backpack thingy with his car. So yeah, and there's been a lot of other controversies with these new parts and the smaller stuff. I don't think it was bad as a lot of people made them out to be. The sets are designed around the ages they're supposed to be. Like those dragons are ages 6 and up. I don't think that explains the higher price. And despite them not looking as good as other sets, I think for that age group that wasn't too bad though. And they're still, functional to play with and everything else. The fact that the Ninja Training Center is not functional is what kind of done that, brought that set down considerably. But those new parts, they don't bend, and there's more that can be done with them. I haven't experimented fully with them. I only tried making that one mock, which it was a bit of a building challenge, so I was only left with the pieces in both sets. You could combine it with some other pieces and get some other interesting builds out of it. So yeah, it's been a really interesting thing, and I know people just didn't like the core thing anyways. Everybody's excited for the next season, and like I said, I admit I don't keep up with the shows. Just I need to go back and watch them, but this still felt like Ninjago. You got your mechs, you got your dragons, you got your temple dojo, and all your ninja workings, and you even got snake bad guys like the first or second season. It was the skeletons were first, weren't they? Or were they kind of intermingled? But you still got your snake bad guys, and that it still felt like Ninjago. It didn't change too much. Yes, it's not canon or part of the current story right now, although it is, I guess, a lot of the stuff that happens in there happens in the mobile game they have. So it's kind of nice having sets that are based off of a game that's separate from the main show. I mean, I could think of other products that would be nice to have, some not main canon stuff, but other stuff that you could enjoy along with it. And you could still play with these with the regular Ninjago line and wouldn't be a big deal. Like, I don't know if they're gonna have how many more dragons. I hopefully want to get them all, and I might bring them all out, look at them together. I hope they make a dragon for every one. I'd like to see a really cool ice dragon. Let's see. I mean, it's just got life dragon, golden dragon. It already has green dragon. Could have a golden dragon. Gotta win. Well, yes, I would like to see a nice lightning / wind dragon for Jay. That's large and nice looking, and not the one we got. Let's see. Another Earth dragon. I wanted to get that Earth dragon. I didn't back in the day. I didn't have the money or something. I don't know. A lot of the earlier sets I don't have. Regrettably, I have some, but I don't have a lot. And that Earth dragon is one I wish I could get. And nowadays, it's very expensive to get your hands on it. But that aside, I think that should sum up my thoughts on this core wave. It's definitely different. It was possibly quite a bit of an experiment on Lego's part, although they're still fun, and they may not hit everybody's cup of tea with the TV series and stuff, but there's still a lot of fun in here. My one complaint is the ninja outfits don't look as detailed and don't mesh with the rest of them. I like them separately, but it feels like they should have, at least maybe designed the bad guys with a similar aesthetic, so it works smoother. And even with the temple, there's other characters than the ninjas, the good guys, other characters, and they don't match either. They're much more detailed than the base regular ninjas. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Please share what you think about this core wave after we've been exposed for a while. I don't know if you've seen all my videos or not. You can check them out, of course, or what one sets you have. But what do you guys think? How do you think would you rank them differently? And let's chat about this wave of new ones coming out soon. Not soon. They should be announced probably soonish. Official announcements, and we'll get pictures. That would be nice. Really excited. Yeah, that's it for me here. And if you enjoyed what I do these videos and my regular reviews, and don't do too many of these. I really can't if I don't have the whole entire collection to review. But if I do, you get these. I am planning to have all of the summer wave, so we will be doing a video like this for that. Not for everything, but for them we will. And I hope to see you then. And don't forget to subscribe, and yes, let's comment, chat about this, and check out my social media links down below where you can get updates when they come. I'm working on getting Patreon going so I can have some stuff on there. Probably some, behind the camera vids looking at things, and also news. I'm gonna put news videos on there. That'll let people know what I'm going to do in forward, and also maybe have some polls and stuff on there to you guys can help plan what I'm going to be doing going forward. But after this one, I do have the training center set I need to alter. I'll have a video on that, but we'll be done with the Ninjago core after that. That's going to be a little bit while coming out too, because I'm going to be doing regular reviews while working on that. And so my next review is another new set that just got released January now. But it's one of the new Monkey Kid sets. There's two new Monkey Kid sets. I was really interested in. I picked up one. I want to get the other one. It's probably going to be later. Might not even be till summer before I pick that up. I'd like to get a lot more of them overall, but I'm a little choosy on that because they're on the expensive side, and I can't do everything. I'm focusing on Ninjago plus doing other things as well. But it's other random things. The focus is on Ninjago for now. Yeah, that's it for me here at the Creation Evaluation Station. Just reminding you that creativity is key.